Here we go. This is Tim Albright with the Day 2 wrap-up of ISE 2017 at Aviation. With me, my buddy Craig McCormick. How are you? I'm well. How are you? I'm well. We'll talk about your first time here at ISE in a second. And an experienced elder statesman of AV, Chuck Espinoza.
It's just the beard.
It's the beard. How many ISEs does it make for you?
This is number 2.
Wow.
This is 2.
How is it?
It's 2. It's great. I actually feel like I have a much better feel of the floor. Last time I did a good bit of floor show stuff and some flat tracks. I really feel like I got it on lock.
All right. I was talking to Dave Labuscus. We did the HD Base Teach meetup, right before this, and talking with Mr. Labuscus. He said this year for him, he finally feels like he's got the halls down. He knows where he's going. And I said, well, that means I've been about 3 years. I've been about 3 years. Craig, this is your first time at the show.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you how many times you spent in Amsterdam, but this is your first time at ISE.
Yes.
What are your first impressions?
It's as big as I knew it was going to be. It's much bigger than I ever imagined. And I've already made a couple of rookie mistakes in my planning for booth appointments.
Such as?
Just thinking that halls were next to each other.
Oh, no.
They were certainly not next to each other. So a couple of long walks between appointments, but nothing I haven't been able to overcome.
You understand that when you look at the map, you don't take that as face value.
Yeah, I'm not so good with maps sometimes. So, but live and learn, right?
All right. Chuck, you are primarily, if you are watching at home, Chuck is right adjacent to the Infocom booth. Infocom has a booth, they're half owner. CEDIA has a booth, they're half owner. They're actually several halls away. But you're doing a lot of training.
I am.
You're also able to do other things like hang out with our buddies at How To AV.
Yes.
Great channel.
Great guys.
Oh my gosh.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah.
Very professional. And I got to say, President Company excluded, that's one of the best interview sessions I've ever had. The way the guys set it up.
You can say it's the best.
Okay, those guys were on point. They were on point. How To AV, good guys. Go to How To AV at YouTube, and they'll be out soon. I talked about AV or something. Talk about 4K, talk about drones, talk about what's going in the future, and great guys.
So, real quickly, if you're not familiar with How To AV, it is it sprang out of a distributor in the UK. All right, that is their day job. So they're not just some guy who jumping on the YouTubes and spouting off stuff. They know the stuff, and it was actually to help their clients understand things like HDMI 2.0. What is HDR? What is IPA? Video over IP. What are the things that you need to look at? And so the fact that they hooked up with you and for their audience, I think is pretty cool. Besides that, what else have you seen that you think is like, this is what the folks that I know, the folks that follow me on Twitter, the folks that I like, I want them to take away from this.
So there's a lot of talk about the future. It seems like there's a lot of future trends and future happenings and discussion about we know about video, we know about audio, we're getting it on different wires, we're getting different cables, different protocols. We've deciphered 4K and broke down the math and figured out how many GBs we need to get it through the pipe. Let's talk about what's not going to happen next week or the week after, or the year after. Let's look at 2 or 3 years. There's a lot of talk about the ceiling, smart ceilings, bioadaptive lighting is a big topic here. Things that adapt to the human. AI is a big topic of conversation. And people don't realize how much AI is really integrated into our lives.
Real quickly about AI. Most folks, most technologists and people that geek out on technology are familiar with Watson, right? Watson's the Jeopardy champ. Watson beat a whole bunch of people at chess. There is an AV manufacturer who's integrated Watson. Harman, that's what Harman's using for their voice control. Yeah. So AI is here, baby.
AI is into the AV.
Yeah. Greg, what's one or two things that you've seen in the halls that you've made it to that are like, oh my gosh?
I would say the overarching thing I'm starting to hear is that companies are starting to change their product development cycles, and they're trying to launch products here. This has become the big show where they're trying to launch new products. Not as much for the Infocom show in June. It seems to be the calendar is kind of speeding up. That doesn't mean there won't be new products in June at Infocom in Orlando, but it does seem that a lot more companies are kind of putting pressure on themselves to make sure they have something to show off here when they come to Amsterdam, and all these thousands of people are here, especially where the attendance is growing every single year now.
They estimate 70,000 by the end of the week.
That's the number I heard. Yeah.
Speaking of numbers, we talked to Mike Blackman last week, the guy that runs ISE for CDI and Infocom. He said that there are at least 100 new product releases at this show. Right? Wow. So, to your point, people are adjusting if they can make it happen, or even if. So, I one question that I ask a lot, because of my background, being an integrator and tech manager, is I ask the question: is this shipping yet? A lot. Right? Is this shipping yet? If not, when is it? 75-80% is either end of this month or end of this quarter.
Wow.
So end of February, end of March. Yeah.
I'm hearing that a lot more too as well. Like within the next month or two, that's what a lot of people are saying that they're shipping, and that's certainly not the case at other trade shows.
No, vaporware still runs rampant at certain other tech shows.
It does.
All right, guys. So if folks are watching from the States, what's one thing that you want them to take away from ISE? Either what you've seen so far or what you think is going to come out of this.
Well, what I've seen so far is a lot of thought about what's going to happen in our industry. It is no longer convergence gone. That's a buzzword that needs to be thrown away. We are doing IT stuff. Maybe you guys know IT networks now. What's going to happen to our industry in 5 years, 10 years? What's the new thing that we're going to do? There's a lot of talk about 8K. How are we going to get that on the wire? Japan's promised 8K for the next Olympics.
Over the air.
Over the air.
Over the air.
Over the air. So how are we going to make that 8K come to life? So there's a lot of what if. There's a lot of talk about process management on the other side. There's more discussion on standards. There's more discussion on we need to really tie up our process. And there's so many new process management classes and techniques that people are really adopting. And there's tons of different styles out there, tons of different instructors. It's really getting recognized. We need to clean up the way we do things because it's going to save us money.
Okay. All right, Craig. What are you going to bring back, or what do you hope that your readers and the people who follow you take away from this week?
I just hope people can understand kind of the magnitude of this event and how big a deal it has become. I mean, I see people here that I haven't seen in many other shows, and just, they're sharing their knowledge and talking about things that you don't hear at some of the shows stateside. It's the first time I've been here, and I'm kind of trying to soak it all in and learn I guess the European way of doing AV.
Well, the one thing is we talked to Jason Raw. He made the comment that the majority, and it was something like 60 to 75% of vendors that are at this show aren't at Infocom. Right. 50 to 65% of attendees that are at this show don't come in.
Yeah, I've been asking a lot when I go to the booths. Are you seeing a lot of people that you would see in the U.S. and other shows like that? Still, they say a lot of them are just people that the reason they come to this show is so they can see the clients that are here in Europe and Asia and things like that. So,
absolutely. All right, guys, day 2 is almost in the books. How do people find Mr. Chuck Espinoza?
You can find me sitting next to Tim most of the time. Find me at the Fast Track booth. You can find me upstairs in the education area or in one of the master classes. You can find me on Twitter at Mad Sound Guy. You can find me on Facebook, Google, MySpace,
You
Snapchat.
don't still have a MySpace.
I do still have
Dude.
I do. Matt Sound Guy at MySpace.
All right.
Find me.
Greg.
Commercialintegrator.com or on Twitter, it's Craig.
All right. My name is Tim Albright. If you'd like to follow me at this point, I'm grousing about the Bears being out of the 2017 and 2018 and 2019 seasons. It's at TD Albright. This guy right here is a Patriots fan. Let's all hate on him. Or more importantly, we are at avnation.tv. avnation.tv. Real quickly, I want you guys actually to, those that are watching, to go back tomorrow and watch yesterday's video and watch today's video. Because we are using what Logitech says is the world's best webcam. So we're testing it out live as we speak. Didn't do anything else. We just plugged it in and set it up. So let me know what you think. The world's best webcam from Logitech. So avnation.tv, avnation.tv. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. This has been day 2 wrap up of ISE 2017.